For the introduction, a basic understanding of networking is important for anyone managing a server. Not only it is essential for getting your service online and running smoothly, it is also gives you the insight to diagnose problem. This module will provide a basic overview of some common networking concept, including internet and internet protocol. For the learning outcome of this module, we will discuss the network and its purpose, the list and identifying devices, define different terms related to the internet, explain the concept of internet technologies, demonstrate how computers are connected to the internet, demonstrate the ability to create the use of the World Wide Web or the WWW, discuss and apply internet etiquettes, and demonstrate the ability to download and upload a variety of resources from the internet. And for the learning contents of this module, we will know what is network, purpose of network, advantage and disadvantage of networking, network devices, themes related to the network, concept of network technologies, World Wide Web, internet etiquettes, uploading and downloading files from the internet. So what is network? Network is defined as a set of computers of different types, terminal, telephones, and other communication equipment connected by data communication links which allow the network component to work together. So sinasabi dito na ang network daw ay set of computers. So ano-ano nga ba ito? We have the telephones, cell phones, laptop, and etc. And this connected by the communication links na pwedeng mag-work as a network. So ano naman ang purpose ng network? It says here that to build and nurture professional relationship for mutual benefit, fostering career growth, business development, and access to opportunities. So alam naman natin na napapaligiran na tayo ng related sa network that can easily provide or help us to our daily lives. So let's move on to the definition of computer network. A computer network is a collection of computers and devices connected together via communication devices and transmission media. For example, it may connect computers, printers, and scanners. Computers are connected by many different technologies. A network is a two or more computers that can interconnect in a peer-to-peer or client to serve function most often over a shared and virtual connection. In other words, network provides the connection between computer resources in order to accommodate the flow of information. Client and server. Client and server describe the relationship between two computers program in which one program the client make a service request from another program. The server which fulfill the request, although programs within a single computer can use the client-server idea. It is more important idea in the network. In a network, the client-server model provides a convenient way to interconnect programs that are distributed efficiently across different locations. Computer transactions using the client-server models are very common. For example, to check your bank account from your computer, a client program is your computer forwards your request to a server program and the bank. Number 2 is peer-to-peer. A peer-to-peer network is created when two or more PCs are connected and share resources without going through a separate server computer. A peer-to-peer network can be an ad hoc connection, a couple of computers connected via a universal serial bus to transfer files. So let's move on to the advantage and disadvantage of networking. But first, what is the advantage of networking? Number 1, facility of technical support. Because of having computer networking, a person sitting in the United States of America provide technical support to a person sitting in a remote part of India. Number 2, easy sharing of data. With the help of networking, it is very simple to share all format of digital data from one computer system to another, respective of their geographic location. Number 3, easy sharing of hardware resource. With the help of networking, it has now become very simple to share and expensive resources, including storage space, processors, fax, and etc. Number 3, easy sharing software. Through the networking system, it is easy to share and install the software from one computer system to another computer system. So let's move on to the disadvantage of networking. Purchasing the network cabling and file server can be expensive. Managing a large network is complicated, requires training, and a network manager usually need to be employed. If the file server breaks down, the files on the file server become inaccessible. Email might still work if it is on a separate server. The computer can be used but are isolated. Viruses can spread to other computer throughout a computer network. There is a danger of hacking, particularly with wide area network security. Procedures are needed to prevent such abuse and etc.
So what are network devices? Hardware devices that are used to connect computers, printers, fax machines, and other electronic devices to a network are called network devices. These devices transfer data in a fast, secure, and correct way over same or different networks. Network devices may be inter-network or intra-network. Some devices are installed on the device like an IC or NIC card or RJ45 connectors, whereas some are part of the network like router, switch, and etc. So let us explore some of these devices in greater detail. So what is modem? Modem is a device that enables a computer to send or receive data over telephone or cable lines. The data stored on the computer is digital, whereas a telephone line or cable wire can transmit only analog data. The main function of the modem is to convert digital signal into an analog and vice versa. Modem is a combination of two devices like modulator and demodulator. The modulator converts digital data into analog data when the data is being sent to the computer. The demodulator converts analog data signals into digital data when it is being received by the computer. So we also have types of modem. Modem can be categorized in several ways like direction in which it can transmit data, type of connection to the transmission line, transmission mode, and etc. Depending on the direction of data transmission, modem can be of these types. First is simplex. A simplex modem can transfer data in only one direction from digital devices to network like a modulator or network to digital devices like demodulator. So the second is half-duplex. A half-duplex modem has the capacity to transfer data in both the direction but only one at a time. So third is full duplex. A full duplex modem can transmit data in both the direction simultaneously. So, what is RJ45 connectors? RJ45 is the acronym for Registered Jack 45. RJ45 connector is an 8-pin jack used by devices to physically connect to Ethernet, based local area networks, or LAN. Ethernet is a technology that defines protocols for establishing a LAN. This cable used for Ethernet LANs are twisted pair ones and have RJ45 connectors, pins at both ends. These pins go into the corresponding socket on the devices and connect the devices to the network. So what is Ethernet card? Ethernet card, also known as Network Interference Card, or it is the NIC, is hardware component used by computers to connect to Internet, LAN, and communicate with other devices on the LAN. The earliest Ethernet cards were external to the system and needed to be installed manually. In modern computer system, it is an internal hardware component. The NIC has RJ45 socket where the network cable is physically plugged in. Ethernet card speeds may vary depending upon the protocols it supports. Old Ethernet card had maximum speed of 10 Mbps. However, modern cards support fast Ethernets up to a speed of 100 Mbps. Some cards even have capacity of 1 Gbps. And what is router? Router is a network layer hardware device that transmits data from one LAN to another if both networks support the same set of protocols. So a router is typically connected to at least two LANs and the Internet Service Provider ISP. It receives its data in the form of packets, which are the data frames with their destination address added. Router also strengthens the signals before transmitting them. That is why it also called the repeater. So let's move on to the router table. A router reads its routing table to decide the best available route the packet can take to reach its destination quickly and accurately. The routing table may be of these two types, which is the static and the dynamic. So first is the static. In a static routing table, the routes are fed manually, so it is suitable only for very small networks that have maximum 2 to 3 routers. So in dynamic is in a dynamic routing table, the router communicates with other router through protocols to determine which routes are free. This is suited for large networks where manual feeding may not be feasible due to large number of routers. Switch. Switch is a network device that connects other devices to Ethernet networks through twisted pair cables. It uses packet switching techniques to receive, store, and forward data packets on the network. The switch maintains a list of network addresses of all the devices connected to it. On receiving a packet, it checks the destination address and transmits the packet to the correct port. Before forwarding, the packets are checked for collision and other network errors. The data is transmitted in full duplex mode, and the data transmission speed in switches can be double that of other network devices like hub used for networking. This is because switch share its maximum speed with all the devices connected to it. This helps in maintaining network speed even during high traffic. In fact, higher data speeds are achieved on networks through use of multiple switches. So what is gateway? It is a network device used to connect two or more dissimilar networks. In networking parlance, networks that use different protocols are dissimilar networks, but a gateway is usually a computer with multiple NICs connected to different networks. A gateway can also be configured completely using software, as networks connect to a different network through gateways. These gateways are usually hosts or endpoints of the network. Gateway also used by switching technique to transmit data from one network to another. It's also similar to a router. The only difference between a gateway and router is router can transmit data only over networks that use same protocols. And what is Wi-Fi card? Wi-Fi is the acronym for Wireless Fidelity. Wi-Fi technology is used to achieve wireless connection to any network. Wi-Fi card is a card used to connect any devices to the local networks wirelessly. The physical area of network which provides internet access through Wi-Fi is called Wi-Fi hotspot. So what is hotspot? Hotspot can be set up at home, office, or any public spaces. Hotspots themselves are connected to the network through wires. A Wi-Fi card is used to add capabilities like teleconferencing, downloading digital cameras, images, video chat, and etc. To all devices, modern devices come with their inbuilt wireless network adapter. So let's move on to computer networking technology. In this part of the module, we will discuss the major terminologies used in computer networking. So first, we have the WAN. It stands for Wide Area Network and covers a wide area such as a city or like a city. And the second one is LAN. It stands for Local Area Network and covers a small area such as a small office or home. It physically connects all the computer located in their premises. So the last one is and the third one is Internet. It is a computer network system that connects the computers of the world. It is normally connecting through WAN and LAN. Next is extranet, also a sort of internet access to which is granted only to a few. World Wide Web, or the WWW. It is the service that is used on internet to view and search contents. Next one is Instant Message, or IM. It is an online facility that facilitates us to chat or talk. Such service is provided by Skype, Google Talk, Windows, Live Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, and etc. Voice over Internet Protocol, or VoIP. It is protocol which is used especially for voice transfer over IP networks. Likewise, it facilitates users to make phone calls by using internet.
Podcast. It is a digital file that normally contains audio or video record and is available on the internet as well. Social networking website. It refers to the website that facilitates users with a common platform where they can share their message in text, audio, or even video form, images, videos, and etc. For example, Facebook, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, MySpace, and so on. Chatroom. It is a dedicated area on the internet to facilitate users to communicate. Public switched telephone network, or PSTN. It is a technical expression for public telephone system. Integrated Service Digital Network, or ISDN. It is a set of communication standards that transmit voice, video, data, and other network services simultaneously. Asymmetric Digital Subscriber Line, or ADSL. It is a sort of digital subscriber line, DSL, technology that facilitates faster data transmission. Download. It is a process that saves data from internet onto a personal computer. Upload is a process that transfers the saved data from a personal computer to the internet server. Dial-up. It It is a technique in which a phone line is used in order to connect to the internet. Broadband. It is wide bandwidth data transmission that transport multiple signal and traffic types swiftly. Now let's proceed to the concept Internet technologies. What is Internet? The Internet is essentially a global network of computing resources. You can think of the Internet as a physical collection of routers and circuits as a set of shared resources. Internet-based services. Some of basic services available to Internet users are email, a fast, easy, and expensive way to communicate with other Internet users around the world. Telnet allows a users to log into a remote computer as thought it were a local system. PTF allows the users to transfer virtually every kind of file that can be stored on a computer from internet-connected computer to another. Usenet is a distributed bulletin board that offers a combination news and discussion service on thousands of topics. World Wide Web or WWW, a hypertext interface to Internet information resource. What is WWW? WWW stands for World Wide Web. A definition of the World Wide Web is all the resources and users on the Internet that are using Hypertext Transfer Protocol or HTTP. A broader definitions come from the organization that web inventor Tim Berners-Lee helped found the World Wide Web Consortium or W3C. The World Wide Web is the universe of network accessible and embodiment of human knowledge. In simple terms, the World Wide Web is a way of exchanging information between computers on the internet, tying them together into a vast collection of interactive multimedia resources. What is HTTP? HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. This is protocol being used to transfer hypertext document that makes the World Wide Web possible. The standard web address such as a yahoo.com called a URL and here the prefix HTTP indicates its protocol. What is URL? URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator and is used to specify addresses on the World Wide Web. A URL is fundamental network identification for any resource connected to the web. Example, hypertext pages, images, and sound files. For instance, the website wikipedia.com is a collection of various pages written in HTML markup language. This is a location on the web where people can find information on different fields, people, places, and etc. Similarly, there are millions of websites available on the web. Each page available on the website is called a web page, and first page of any website is called homepage for that site.
What is browser? For instance, the website wikipedia.com is a collection of various pages written in HTML markup language. This is a location on the web where people can find information on different fields, people, places, etc. Similarly, there are millions of websites available on the web. Each page available on the website is called a web page, and the first page of any website is called homepage for that site. What is SMTP server? SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol Server. This server takes care of delivering emails from one server to another server. When you send an email to an email address, it is delivered to each recipient by SMTP server. What is ISP? ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. They are the companies who provide your service in terms of internet connection to connect to the internet. You will buy space on a web server for any internet service provider. This space will be used to host your website.
Is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the language in which we write web pages for any website. Even the page you are reading right now is written in HTML. This is a subset of standard generalized markup language. For electronic publishing, the specific standard used for the World Wide Web is hyperlink. A hyperlink, or simplify a link, is a selectable element in an electronic document that serves as an access point to the other electronic resources. Typically, you click the hyperlink to access the link resource. Familiar hyperlinks include buttons, icons, image maps, and clickable text links. What is W3C? W3C stands for World Wide Web Consortium, which is an international consortium of companies involved with the Internet and the web. The W3C was founded in 1994 by Tim Berners-Lee, the original architect of the World Wide Web. The organization's purpose is to develop open standards so that the web evolves in a single direction, rather than being splintered among competing factions. On the simplest level, the web physical consists of the following components. Your personal computer. This is the PC at which you sit to see the web, a web browser. A software installed on your PC which helps you to browse an internet connection. This is provided by an ISP and connects you to the internet to reach to any website. A web server. This is the computer on which website is hosted. Routers and switches. They are the combination of software and hardware who take your request and pass to appropriate web server. When you want to view any page on the web, you must initiate the activity by requesting a page using your browser. The browser asks a domain name server to translate the domain name you requested into an IP address. The browser then sends a request to that server for the page you want, using a standard called Hypertext Transfer Protocol. How the web works. When you enter something like google.com, the request goes to one of many special computers on the internet known as domain name servers. All these requests are routed through various routers and switches. The domain name servers tables of machine names and their IP addresses. So when you type in google.com, it gets translated into a number, which identifies the computers that serve the Google website to you. The server should constantly be connected to the internet, ready to serve pages to its visitors. When it receives a request, it looks for the requested document and returns it to the web browser. When a request is made, the server usually logs the client's IP address, the document requested, and the date and time it was requested. This information varies server to server.
For the next slide, we have the WWW, or the World Wide Web. WWW stands for World Wide Web. A technical definition of the World Wide Web is all the resources and users on the internet that are using the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, or HTTP. A broader definition comes from the organization that web inventor Tim Berners-Lee helped found, the World Wide Web Consortium, or the W3C. And now, let's move on to the evolution of World Wide Web. World Wide Web was created by Timothy Berners-Lee in 1989 at CERN in Geneva. World Wide Web came into existence as a proposal by him to allow researchers to work together effectively and efficiently at CERN. Eventually, it became World Wide Web. For the next slide, we have the Deximonis. RDF Schema RDFS allows more standardized description of taxonomies and other technical construct. Ontologies, Web Ontology Language OWL offers more conduct over RDFs comes in following three versions. OWL Light for taxonomies and simple constraints. ODL for full description logic support, O for more syntactic freedom of RDF. Let's move on to the rules. RDF and SWRL offer rules beyond the construct that are available from RDFs and O. Simple protocol and RDF query language is SQL-like language used for querying RDF data and all ontologies. Proof: all semantic and rules that are executed at layer below proof and their result will be used to prove deduction. Cryptography. Cryptography means such as digital signature for verification of the origin of sources is used. User interface and application. On the top of layer user interface and application layer is built for user interaction WW operation. WWW works on client server approach. Following step explains the web works. Number 1. Users enter the URL. Say http://www.tutorialspot.com of the web page in the address bar of web browser. Number 2. The web browser requests the domain name server with the IP address corresponding to www.tutorialspoint.com. Number 3. After receiving IP address, browser send the request for web page to the web server using HTTP protocol, which specifies the way the browsers and web server communicate. Number 4. Then web server receives requests using HTTP protocol and checks its search for the requested web page. If found, it returns it back to the web browser and closes the HTTP connection. Number 5. Now the web browser receives the web page, it interprets it and displays the content of web page in web browser windows. Just look at the image down below to the PowerPoint. Future. There had been a rapid development in field of web. It has its impact in most every area such as education, research, technology, commerce, marketing, and etc. So the future of web is most unpredictable. A part of huge development in field of WWW, there are also some technical issues that WWW system has to cope up with. Users interface. Work on high-quality presentation of 3D information is under development. The WWW consortium is also looking forward to enhance the web to fulfill requirements of global communities, which would include all regional language and writing system. Lastly, we have the Internet etiquette. Internet etiquette, also called as netiquette. Netiquette are basic rules of or technique which are accepted worldwide for effective communication through the Internet. These are the mandatorily followed. Some of the Internet etiquettes are as follows.